What's poppin', everyone? Welcome to another episode of Remember When. My name is Jose. With me today are my boys Amir and Johnny. Say what's up, guys.
Yo, what's good?
Yo, what's yo?
Yo, how have you guys been?
Pretty good.
Yeah, chilling.
Hey, there you go, boys. So, today, the three of us, we're going to be talking about Sonic the Hedgehog. All right? This is Sega's keynote franchise, and arguably one of the best video games in history. So we'll be taking a look at the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise from the early 2000s, and we'll be capping it off around 2009 is what is the cap that we're gonna have for this. So anywhere from like 1998 to 2009, so give or take a decade of Sonic the Hedgehog. Now we're not going to be covering everything in this episode or the next few episodes. We're going to be doing a 3-part series where we're going to be taking a look at the TV series of Sonic the Hedgehog, because he's had a few different series now. We're going to be taking a look at the video games, and we're also going to be taking a look at the new Sonic the Hedgehog movie. We'll be doing a little movie review there in the future. So now, a little disclaimer for all you hardcore Sonic fans, we will not be covering everything such as the Archie comics, the original Genesis series, or other content of that sort. But in the future, we would like to do something like that, so stay tuned because maybe you'll see us doing some along those spectrums. So, Johnny, if you would like to talk a little bit about the TV shows of Sonic the Hedgehog.
So Sonic the Hedgehog's shows, at least, have been very experimental. They all range in quality. Some are good, like Sonic Boom, I've heard, and from clips I've seen, it's pretty good. It's actually pretty funny. Same with Sonic SatAM. A lot of old people like it, so That's pretty good. Adventures, I heard, is aight. It's okay. But Sonic Underground, we don't talk about that. Nobody talks about that. That show's plain ugly.
Yeah.
But now we're going to hit the main course. Sonic X.
Sonic X.
That's the one we grew up on.
Why the main course already starting to taste bad, bro?
The main course?
The main course is Sonic X.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the chorus, like the chorus of the song. Gotta go fast.
Okay, the song is untouchable. Let's be honest. The song is pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie.
It is. It's a very tough intro.
I'll tell you what, it was one of the things that woke me up Saturday morning, at least. It was like, hey, gotta go fast. It's like, oh shit, it's Sonic. Come on, let's go fast.
I could just picture you now doing laps around the kitchen, being like, Mom, I'm going fast. I gotta go fast.
No, they smack his face on the wall.
Yeah. Probably my favorite thing about that intro is that if you watch the first episode, every single scene in the intro is from that first episode.
Bro, not even 5 seconds. It's like, all right, here we go. Sonic jumps up in the air. It's like, wait, I saw that. I saw that before. We're already reusing animation.
Hey, listen, episode 1 was kind of fire, though. I mean...
You think so?
Listen, it made fun of itself with how goofy it was, but I mean, like... It was solid, because, I mean, the show itself didn't have much, like, scenes like that, in my opinion.
Yeah, the first episode was, in my opinion, the best episode, because in the beginning, it's pretty much what you want. Sonic versus, like, Eggman, Robotnik. And they fighting. So it's pretty cool. He's just trying to save his friends until the nuclear bomb hits, and it transports everybody into the human world.
You said a nuclear bomb.
That shit was a nuclear bomb. Did you not see it?
Listen, that was chaos control.
Nah.
And it wasn't a nuclear bomb because no one died.
That shit looked like a nuke and it sounded like a nuke. How
you know what a nuke sound like?
We got video, bro.
Weirdo. Anyway.
Johnny thinks it sounds like kaboom.
All them SpongeBob bombs, he was like, that's a nuke right there.
Yeah, no, that episode was... all right, like honestly, as a showcase episode, you know, first episode, first series, it did what it needed to do. It introduced the characters, you know, essentially revealed a little bit about the plot points, the story elements, and yeah, basically made sure that you knew the essential characters from the jump. And then as the series progressed, it would expand upon that concept established. Yeah, you get to meet Christopher Thorndike?
Yes, sir. Chris Thorndike. Yes. He's the human boy we gotta relate to.
He's a thorn to everyone that watches.
He ain't wrong. Chris Thorndike. Okay.
That man is trash. He's like pre-bling bling boy. He's just a rich kid with issues. And he's like, oh, I got friends now. Goes to school. Oh, has friends. This man's complaining over nothing. You saw that pool?
Yeah, bro.
That pool big as hell.
This man's like, oh man, why don't nobody like me? Meanwhile, he meeting Sonic. He meets Amy, Tails. It's like, yo, you got friends.
Yeah, nah, Chris. I think he was the lower end of the show, in my opinion. I think he was probably the weakest element.
I think the entire like all the humans at least completely jeopardized the show. Because at first, especially that first episode, Trash, he was like, oh, it's just going to be Sonic and his home planet beating up Eggman. That sounds cool. But then the humans come in and their voice acting, the designs, everything, it got worse.
They're all a bunch of psychopaths, bro. They chasing a blue hedgehog. They like, oh, that's weird. It's crazy. We ain't going to acknowledge the fact my man got Nikes on.
You know what's crazy is that they have a whole police force that just does absolutely nothing in the whole show. Their police force does nothing in their town. And they
acknowledge it. Episode 1. Oh, we arrested like one dude.
Oh, yeah, right.
And he was like, so, the budget was there, so we gonna get some race cars and we gonna race on a giant highway.
Yeah, they legit had a speed force, like a speed police.
Yeah, so in episode 1, they have this knockoff speed racer guy, all right? He comes up and says, I'm basically the fastest Formula 1 racing guy out there, okay? And then he talks to his pit crew, which apparently he has a secret fuel tank in his car and felt the need to share that with us.
My man thought it was... He was only fast because he was the only dude with nitrous, bro.
Yeah.
He was trash. He didn't have no special skills. He was just like, oh, I got special juice.
Yeah, basically he's like the boss stage in Need for Speed video games, all right? And my man comes up and then Sonic literally just trashes him. It's amazing. Actually, not really. No, it's garbage. That character was completely irrelevant. It did not do anything for me at all.
The man was like standing over the end of the highway. Is like, that's Sonic the Hedgehog, and we're thinking like we're gonna see him again. We probably don't, bro.
Right.
This man was being all sneaky for no reason. This man was very vocal. Any other time, the moment people start questioning him, he's like, I'm gonna be silent. I'm gonna see what happens.
Yeah, no, it was. Like I said, it was a decent first episode. If you haven't watched the first episode of Sonic X or the series as a whole,
don't.
Yikes. I was going to say at least check out that first episode. But...
You know what? Here, check out half the episode. The moment he goes to the human world, turn it off and spare your eyes.
What they meant to say was check out the song. That way you could get the gist of the entire first episode, and then you get into the season.
Yeah, if you're feeling fast, just watch that intro.
I love how we're getting lower and lower. It's like, you know what? Just don't watch the episode at all.
So, as the series progressed, as you can expect, Sonic beats up Eggman, and then you know what happens? He beats up Eggman some more, and then as the show goes on, he beats up Eggman some more. So, that's essentially the whole plot for at least the first season, and then season 2, they start mixing up a little bit by tossing in Shadow the Hedgehog, but that's when it starts basically following the Sonic video games, the Sonic Adventure Battle 2 video game format. So, if you played the video games, you essentially didn't need to wait until next week's episode because you already knew what it was going to be about.
Yeah, the only added element is Chris Thorndike and his annoying ass friends, pretty much.
Right. Yes.
I'll pay money for someone to just make a separate animation where they put in Shadow the Hedgehog from the game into that show.
From the game into the show, when he just makes his appearance.
I want to see Shadow the Hedgehog pull up with an AR-15.
You evil black creatures. Boy, that could be fire, bro.
Actually, hold up. Yeah, come back in 2021 as the Remember One crew makes a brand new Sonic show.
Are you funding it?
Nah, actually, never mind.
Nah.
The project is canceled.
I don't want my name on that. I'm cool.
The fans gonna kill you, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, if you love Sonic X, keep loving it. We may not like it, but if you like it, then that's good on you. Yeah. But we don't. While we may not like it, we acknowledge people do. So we're just gonna leave it like that. We don't need fans coming up in here with pitchforks being like, yo, you don't like my show?
No one pulled up for the McDonald's and Burger King thing, so I highly doubt Sonic Bulls is gonna pull up.
You'd be surprised, bro. You would be surprised.
I think those are a lot more passionate people than
Listen, if some Sonic Bull beats me, fine. Like, I just lose and I'll stop.
I hope somebody comes in with just a Sonic the Hedgehog costume and just starts knocking you around. I hope you get bodied by somebody in a
knocked
Hedgehog
out by a
costume.
furry in a costume, I swear. Everything gonna be feeling that one. Oh nah, I'm going to jail.
Yo, so do you guys notice how in the show, this is just Sonic the Hedgehog franchise, okay? So Sonic, all right, his name is Sonic because he's fast, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Tails, his name is Tails because he has 2 tails, okay? Knuckles has some pretty big knuckles, all right? And then you go to Amy. And she just has nothing. Well, what does Amy like? Why is she?
Amy is Amy.
She's a woman.
A female.
Actually, hold on,
she's a woman with the hammer.
Yeah, but it's
and
just,
she loves Sonic.
Or even
she has hammer.
She does have a hammer. Yes, Shawnee.
Yeah, he was wondering.
Yeah.
Amir was wondering. He's
Nah, bro. All I was saying is she's pink. She got a hammer. Sound like Kirby, but whatever.
Actually, high key, yeah.
Actually, hold on. Nintendo crossover. Hold up.
No, that's ugly.
Nah.
Hold on.
No.
Yeah.
No, we not.
I see what you're talking about
No,
right now. Yes.
no. We don't do crossovers on that, bro. That's Timmy Turner and Fairly Odd Parents all over again.
We already got Smash Brothers, bro. We don't need it anymore.
God bless Smash Brothers, by the way.
Oh yes, sir.
Shout out Straw Hat.
number one gamer all time. But actually, that might be a fire crossover.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay, finally, you're right. But anyways, with the names, like Big the Cat, he's an actual big guy. And he's a cat.
Voiced by Duke Nukem.
Is he actually? No way.
Deadass.
Huh.
He is voiced by Duke Nukem.
Get out of here. How'd they
Not
afford
lying.
that?
I don't know how they afforded it.
Probably before he was...
Yeah, right. Hold on. Yeah. Or maybe it's just the budget version of him. I don't know. Maybe.
No, it was he voiced him after his debut role.
Willingly?
That's crazy.
Yes,
Willingly. Hold on, what?
They broke into his home.
Well, I mean, listen, you voicing Duke Nukem, I know that thing did numbers. So, I don't know what his
I
rate
can't even
was.
imagine. They just came and knocked him around and said, you're going to be the voice of this cat.
I highly doubt you're going to get the voice of Duke Nukem soft.
Bro, that's why his dialogue be like, Froggy. Because that's him after he got his ass beat, he's like, oh, help me.
Yo. What you guys think about Dr. Eggman in the show? Is that one of your...
Yo, my man is a warlord.
He's the best character in the entire Sonic franchise. That man is entertaining.
Oh, yeah, without doubt. No,
yeah,
they do a pretty good job portraying him, in my opinion. I mean, and not that it's too hard, it's just a maniacal doctor that wants the Chaos Emeralds and to beat, Sonic and his friends, but I think they do a really good job with that. That's one thing going for them.
I just wonder, like, the humans they look at the hedgehogs, they're like, all right, whatever. But what if they look at Eggman, bro? Look at this man's proportions. He got a bowling ball for a chest, and his legs are, like, completely skinny.
Listen, I highly doubt anyone saw Eggman previous to him building his own, like, little military country. And no one has noticed. Everyone's like, oh, bruh, you see that blue hedgehog running? Too fast. That's a terrorist right there. Dr. Eggman's chilling with missiles and ballistic robots type shit. And no one's paying him. He's just like, it's cool. He's just building up his wealth. Land of the free.
But I love Eggman. That man's a trip.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's, like, him and, like, he always has a dynamic between his, like, robot servants that always... just hilarious.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely the comedic element for the whole show is his little robot minions. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Eggman in the show, he has 2 robot sidekicks. What were they? Decoy and Bokoi? I don't know. Like
they were cool.
I don't know how to pronounce them.
Like they were cool, but they weren't like the most memorable. In like the later games, especially like shit like Lost World and stuff like that, you got like more memorable dudes like that really pal around with them.
Yeah.
But like in X, I would say they're like those 2 dudes were like the precursor to like the future games.
Right. So do you think the series got better introduced in Shadow the Hedgehog, or do you think it remained the same or kind of decreased in value?
I think it was just the same. From season 1, it was already at a low. Season 2 just kept going with that low.
Yeah. Well, I just feel like that's a typical move, introducing a evil doppelganger. I feel like that's a very simple, element that most shows already do. So I don't think it really did anything creative or original, in my opinion.
Yeah, eventually they just got to the point where it's like, let's just adapt the adventure games. And then at that point, they were like, all right, we already know we're running out of ideas. Until they hit season 3, from what we heard, is actually the best of them. Because it actually has a story. It doesn't even take place on Earth. Yeah. And they're fighting like a race of like aliens and shit.
Yeah, it's out in space. Mm-hmm.
Which I was like, oh, that sounds kind of cool. And some of the action scenes are actually pretty fire.
Yeah.
But I got to wait till season 3.
Right. And that's when you get to see Sonic and Shadow go super, Sonic
go
or
Super
whatever.
Saiyan.
Yeah, Super Saiyan. That's when they go Super Saiyan 1 and go and destroy everything. And they're amazing.
Mm-hmm.
They become gods.
I'm not really surprised. I mean, it probably got better, technically, because, like Johnny said, the humans did so much in the show that it was, like, bad. And so when they got rid of it, I'm not surprised they got better once they got rid of all the people. They didn't really serve any purpose. Yeah. They were just kind of chilling there, and you try and identify with them, I guess. But, I mean, the show was confusing, and you really can't skip in that show or else you will be completely lost, but... I guess if you're a Sonic fan, that's you.
Like, people just look back, like, even Sonic fans acknowledge, like, yo, this shit's trash, but at least it's, like, funny trash, at least, until it's, like, season 3. But even, sometimes I can't even look at it as funny trash, because the humans just annoy me too much.
Yeah.
Or I'm like, yo, I just wish I was just watching, like, Sonic in, like, on his regular world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you definitely need to watch the show in order. I mean, of course, most shows, you probably should do that, but... It's like, for example, season 3, my man Chris Thorndike becomes 18 out of nowhere. Hold up, he was just 12. Why is he going to college now? What just happened? Like, what is going on here? And then they introduce a couple new characters, too. I remember the one, her name was Cosmo.
Oh, yeah. It was like the green plant chick.
Yeah, so if you go from Shadow, and then you're just like, yeah, let me just hop on season 3, you're going to be very confused. Very confused. So...
I mean, that's like starting Toy Story and going to Toy Story 3. Andy's grown up. There's new toys. You're not going to know what the heck happened.
It's like, why am I supposed to be sad here? These just look like toys.
Yeah, right. No, actually, that'd be really weird. Or I feel like that actually applies for most shows or most movies. If you just jump from the first movie to the third one.
No, there's some trash, like the sequels don't matter type thing.
Was it probably Shrek you could do? You could jump to the third one without?
No, because he got married.
No, you can't.
He got like officially in the kingdom on 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that like the only movies you could do that to are probably like the really trash movies where it's like, oh, I'll just go straight to the sequel.
Yeah, I ain't gonna let you disrespect Shrek franchise like that, bro.
Oh no disrespect to the Shrek. The first movie had one of my favorite scenes of all time.
And what's that?
Oh, that's what when they enter the town and then they get the little puppet show, do, and then like they say like welcome to Dulag and brush your
wash your face. It's like wash your face.
yeah, that one, bro. You can't tell me that scene isn't classic. That's amazing. And then they just take a picture of them in awe because they just didn't know what they saw.
That movie is foul, bro.
Like that movie is amazing.
My man Farquaad got the big one on in there.
Yo, Farquaad was ugly. He was really, really ugly. Yeah, you tell me you liked him?
I'm not saying I like
you.
All right, listen.
Amir thinks Farquaad was it, bro.
Yeah.
Farquaad was it, bro.
You thought it was cute?
No, listen.
You like that chin?
I ain't gonna say I like the chin, but I'd rather look at him than like who was it? Prince Charming all the time. My man was funny 2 times. Farquaad was consistent.
I'll say, hold on. Tell me how the best scene in Shrek was when Fiona came up and just absolutely rocked the Merry Men. She came up, they did a freeze frame of her, split kicking in midair, knocking 2 bulls out. That was crazy. That scene was fire. Actually, that whole movie.
That movie's fire.
Yeah, you know what? Don't watch Sonic X. Go watch Shrek right now. All right.
Go marathon the entire Shrek series.
Yeah.
The entire... nah.
Well, what's your beef with Shrek?
Bro, the last couple ones...
Not it?
No, those were not it. What the hell?
Shrek, the fourth one and the third one, we could live without them. But 1 and 2, they're pretty good.
Boy, I'm trying to see some teenage ogres, bro.
Teenage ogres?
Yeah, he had all them kids. Imagine if there was a movie where they were in their teens.
That'd be trash.
Bro, what? No. Think about it, Johnny.
Think about it. All right.
No, think about it. It's a normal village, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then one of Shrek's boys pulls up. My man's a warlord. Wait, hold up. That sounds like the third and fourth movie.
No, that sounds like the fourth movie.
Yeah, it sounds like the fourth movie.
When Fiona was a warlord pretty much.
Never mind, they already did it. I'm sorry to makers of Shrek. You already had all the plans.
But yeah, Sonic. So
yeah, so if you guys compare to other shows at the time, how did Sonic X stack up for you guys? Because at that time, there were some pretty good shows, going on, especially on the superhero front. They had a lot of good, DC superhero shows that were coming out. And, so how did Sonic X stand to, shows like Justice League or Jack Chan Ventures and stuff along that nature?
Yo, Sonic X, you're right. You're the foot. You are the complete foot. And Justice League is my hat. It could stay down there forever.
That was a weird analogy, but
yeah, that wasn't a good one. I ain't gonna lie. But I will say, I feel like Sonic doesn't get as much recognition. Like you compare it to like all the other stuff that was going on, because I mean there was bangers after bangers.
Oh yeah,
back in the day, like that's what people remember. But when people think of times back in the day and all the shows that we've mentioned, most people don't include Sonic on the list.
Absolutely.
For good reason.
Fire shows they remember. People don't make inside jokes about Sonic. It's more like, yeah, it existed.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I agree with that. Now, how do you think it stands up as a video game, cartoon? Because there were other ones such as, one I remember most is the Donkey Kong one, because I don't know how you can forget that after watching it. It was very, very distinct. Very distinct. And if you have not watched the Donkey Kong Country TV show, stop the podcast right now. Go watch it. Come back and press play again. All right, because that show is something. It is something.
I'll tell you, Donkey Kong has a great singing voice.
Yeah, he sounds like he's on America's Got Talent in that show.
Simply because he said that, I am not watching that show. I'm cool. I don't want to see Donkey Kong sing. I'm cool.
Are you sure about that?
I'm very sure.
I'm not gonna lie. He sounds mad good.
I'm gonna keep watching The Mandalorian. That's cool.
All right, word. But all right. Anyways, back to the point. How do you think it stand up as a video game cartoon? Because there were some alright ones, and then there were some very bad video game cartoons. So how do you think it stood up?
The funny thing is that show like Sonic Boom, I think it trumps it over, because the problem with Sonic X, the writing is bad. Like the writing and the voice acting are complete dog shit. But Sonic Boom, I've looked at it, and at first I'm like, oh, the CG show probably ain't gonna be that good, but the writing's on point. And it got some action scenes that aren't that bad.
Oh, okay.
So but honestly, I can't really think of like any other good like video game shows like that I would put up to Sonic Boom. And Sonic Boom ain't even like up there. I'll say it's like good.
Yeah.
But it's like all I can think is Donkey Kong. We got the other Sonic shows which are alright. Kirby.
Here's the thing, in Japan, that one did really, really well, the Kirby TV show.
I feel like I could stand Kirby. Like, especially if you're like a fan of Kirby, you're going to really like that show.
Oh, what about that intro?
Oh, that intro. Okay. Yeah, you know what?
It's pretty catchy.
It's very catchy. Yeah. I love it. It's classic.
How about you, Amir?
It's ridiculous.
How do you feel Sonic X stands against other video game cartoons?
If we're talking about just Sonic X, then I feel like other cartoons beat it, like Kirby, in my opinion. But if we're talking like bigger picture, like how all the series as in general, since it translated over, I think it's like probably up there. I can't list off the top of my head like a show that's based from a video game that had so much time.
Did Pokemon start as video game or cartoon?
That definitely started as a video game. Yeah, because back in the day when the Game Boy came out, then that came out, and then it was a combo, and then they started playing the shows.
Does it stack up to Pokemon? Probably not. I would say.
Nah, Pokemon's better. Get that out my face.
Yeah, I'm trying to think because
Actually, Ash is kind of trash.
I don't know. This is how I see it. I remember, Saturday morning, Kids WB. All right, you had your block of morning cartoons. I don't think I was as amped for Sonic as I would be for a new Pokemon episode. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I definitely, just based off of my memory, I wouldn't say it stacks up at all.
Castlevania. How about Castlevania?
Actually, did you guys see the Netflix show for?
It's very good.
That one is very good, but at the same time, Sonic.
I feel like that's
Sonic
not a fair
has
comparison.
had a modern update as well. So
Yeah, with Boom with Sonic Mania Adventures, but that's more like shorts that you got to find on YouTube.
Yeah,
but if that were an actual show, I think it would be fire.
Oh, absolutely,
straight up,
absolutely. So yeah, I guess there are some pretty good video game cartoons out there. But there are also some pretty bad ones. Did you guys watch the Legend of Zelda one?
Nope.
I can go all day about Super Mario Bros. Super Show. As a child, I thought that show was amazing, but looking back on it, it is disgusting.
He had all the DVDs, folks.
I'm not going to lie. He's not. I had all of them.
Didn't they say like, "Hey, paisanos"?
I'm not
Right?
gonna lie. I would
recite
catch him watching it, and that show was ugly. Bro.
I could recite that entire rap. We the Mario brothers, and plumbers our game. We not like the others who get all the fame. If your sink is in trouble, we can call us on the double. We're faster than the others. We can hook on the plumbers. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You making me say, shut up.
I'm so sorry if you listened through that.
Oh, nah. You know what?
That was disgusting.
I don't think it's great to, like, dig past into the other shows now.
Yeah, I think Sonic X beats that.
You made my stomach upset.
Don't disrespect Mario Bros. Super Show.
That's I think it disrespected itself, but,
Y'all remember Tak and the Power of Juju?
Actually...
Tak is
a
hard
show.
game.
That started as a video game first.
Yeah, it did, and then it became a show.
Wow. Actually, that one is they did a pretty good job with that. I remember watching that growing up. That one was a pretty solid one.
I remember one of the characters had the remind me of the Krunk from Emperor's New Groove.
Oh,
the same dude who did that voice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was probably like the funniest character in the show.
Honestly, I feel like that one's good. If I'm being completely transparent, I don't remember the whole plot of the show. I just remembered liking it growing up.
Oh. How about the legendary Mega Man?
Actually, hold up. I remember enjoying the cartoon.
No, wait. What came first,
Man.
the game or the show?
The game,
Oh,
of course.
definitely the game.
Okay.
Definitely the game.
Then it counts. Then.
Well, I think I remember watching the Mega Man X, right? Was the show?
Let's see. We had Mega Man and Mega Man Fully Charged. Fully Charged came out recently, and that's like CG.
Oh, then I didn't watch that.
But the OG Mega Man show actually had a Mega Man X episode with it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like they did to go in the future.
I remember watching it growing up, but I don't remember it really sticking with me like that. I just thought it was, a cool idea, I guess you could say. It didn't really stick to me beyond that. I would watch the occasional episode and then that was it. Because I wasn't like a diehard Mega Man fan.
Yeah, other than that, there's not honestly the video game shows really came out during 90s and junk. It was but it's really early 90s. When it came out. Right now, the only real video game shows we got is Castlevania, which season 3 coming out in March, so mark your calendars.
Oh, there we go.
But yeah, other than that, we got a new Mega Man show, but that's pretty much it. There wasn't much coming out now. But hey, it's probably for the better because ain't much because if you're watching a show, I would rather be playing the game, honestly.
Yeah, I agree with that. So, as a closing thought for you guys, who would you want to be as a Sonic character? So, in the show, if you could be any one of those characters, who would you want to be?
Knuckles, say less. What?
You're some gas.
Bro, he obliterated a boulder. What are you talking about? My man got hands. I'm trying to be like that.
Okay.
Man's Mike Tyson in his prime.
You're disgusting.
Shadow's broken. I'm being him, bro. I could do Chaos Control, Chaos Spear. I could turn Super.
Okay, relax. No.
I really do think Johnny's on something.
You fit more of a Tails to me, and Jose.
Hey, Tails kind of. He got them inventions.
You kind of like Amy.
I'm trying.
No, he big
I'm trying
cat,
to be the
bro.
cat. I'm trying to be the cat. Just going fishing, mind my own business, looking for my frog, All right, guys. Well, Thank you for being on today's episode. If you like today's episode, be sure to check out part 2, okay? That is the Sonic video games. Thank you all for tuning into this episode of Remember When. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and like our Facebook page at Remember When Podcast. We hope you all have a wonderful night and see you next time.